Okay, so here we are at Bionic Buzz. I'm here with Steve Sievers, my colleague, and we're very excited to be interviewing Johnny Rayne. So Johnny, welcome to Bionic Buzz.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. And before we begin, I just want to give a special thanks to Donna Rowbottom, your friend Jackie, for watching my movie and telling you about it, and you guys putting me on your show today. Really appreciate you guys and her. Thank you.
Very
Great.
nice of you. So, Johnny, you're an actor and filmmaker, is that correct?
That is, buddy. I'm an actor first, filmmaker second.
And what made you become an actor, Johnny?
I was going to become an aerospace engineer, and my mom encouraged me to give acting a shot. It was always my childhood dream. And she said, audition for this art school called Cornish College of the Arts. And I went and I auditioned. And if you can believe this, I got in. And the next thing you know, the next 4 years fly by. I have the best time of my life. And I graduated with a bachelor's degree from Cornish College of the Arts in theater and performance. And that's how I became an actor. Fate, you can say.
That's awesome. So then how did you become a filmmaker after you became an actor too?
Okay. This is where it gets crazy, Steve, okay? So I wasn't sure if this acting was going to keep on working out for me or anything like that. So I said a little prayer, right? And I was like, what's next for me, Lord? And when you know it's some stranger I met at a bar. You know when you meet someone, they kind of like know who you are. They look right at you and they just pick you apart. She told me that I need to make my own film. I need to star in it because that's the only way I'm ever going to make it. And it scared me because, you know, it scares you to hear something like that. But it was so real that I believed her. Like it raises the hair on the back of my neck just thinking about it. And I said, okay, I'll do it. And that's how I became a filmmaker. Some stranger told me to do it. It's crazy, man.
God works in mysterious ways. I love it.
Yeah.
So Johnny, life can be very surprising sometime.
Yeah.
As you stated. So how did you decide to make your film FOREVER FIGHTER?
How did I decide to make my film? Well, I tried.
Or how did you learn to make it?
Well, books. I bought a bunch of books on how to make a movie and I read them all, every step along the way from pre-production to production to post-production to directing to editing to how to write a screenplay to how to get cast members, how to get contracts, how to do all that. So I read a whole bunch of books on every step of filmmaking, including distribution, including cinematography. That book was like this fat. I spent like a week on that book and I put it all together, realized how it worked. And I said, okay, I can do this. So learned it by reading a whole bunch of books. Wow.
That's amazing. I got to ask, what was your total budget for your film, you know?
Okay, Steve, this is where it gets crazy, all right? So I made my entire feature film for a total cost of $13,500.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy because in every book they told you need like a big budget. And I was like, I don't know where I'm going to get that kind of money. So I looked at what I could do and what I couldn't do, what I could afford, what I couldn't afford. And I got it all done for $13,500. It was crazy. Huh.
Yeah, that is amazing. That was like a really tight budget with a lot of preparation, a lot of work. Mm-hmm. So with that tight a budget, how did production go?
Production, I don't know how this happened, but it went great. I planned it all out to every single detail, every single step of the process, every single shoot, everything from costume. I did makeup. I did the catering. I did everything. I planned it all out so perfectly. You could say it was like it was meant to be, and it went as smooth as it could possibly go. Easiest thing I ever probably done in my life. Took the longest to plan, but it was smooth. It was perfect. That was perfect.
That is amazing. So yeah, you tell us about your journey. Now tell us about what the movie is about.
Sure. So the movie is about a family that battled breast cancer. And it's about how this guy named Jack, he had a troubled life and he was going the wrong path, drinking, partying, just throwing his life away. And when his mom got diagnosed, he changed his whole life around to be there for her. And he applied that attitude of his, that tough guy attitude, to fight the cancer. And through that process, he won the battle with his mom and he became a better guy. And he also met a nurse and he fell in love and she wants to get married. So now he's got to become an even better man and become a husband. And on top of that, his dad comes back, whom he never met, and he wants to reconcile with him and be the father he never was. So Jack's got like all these things going on. Be a good man, be a husband, have a dad, live post-cancer with your mom, going back every 6 months for checkups. He's got so much going on in his life. It's a real people story. It's the real human experience. You know, it shows you that when life gets tough, and how do you work through it? How do you make the best choice? How do you find hope and strength? And how do you get through all that? You know, how do you forgive someone? How do you love someone? And how do you accept the things in life that you can't change? It's one of the hardest things for Jack to understand and overcome. But through it, he really inspires and brings about a lot of hope. The movie's about hope, love, and forgiveness. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's very inspirational, especially during these times, this message of hope. So what inspired you to write the story?
So after that whole experience, that stranger, I came home that night and I was looking through my writings, and I started writing a screenplay right after college. And I realized, what do I know about writing? And I decided to just take these 3 little characters, put them together and write, just see what comes out of my head. And I started writing October 31st, which is the last day of breast cancer month. And my first thought was, oh man, I go, it's a guy at his mom's bed. I go, well, there goes the action flick, it's gone. I go, why is he there in the hospital, this guy at his mom's bed? I go, breast cancer, their post-cancer treatment. And from there, I just wrote the whole story out. It just poured out of me. It was like I was telling someone else's story. It's people that watched my film were like, you really told my story. This is how I live my life. I live my life 6 months at a time till I go back to my checkup, or a year at a time. I really captured something that I never experienced in my life. It was like it was someone's story that came through me. So the whole story was just, I guess, random. It was like it was meant to be written, and I was the one chosen to write it and produce the film. That's how the whole thing came to be.
Wow, that's really incredible. So how do you find distribution for the film? I'm sure that wasn't easy, you know?
Steve, you're right.
Yeah.
That was a pain in the neck, okay? That was brutal, man. So this is where it gets funny and tricky, and I guess it's another amazing experience. So I couldn't find distribution. It's really hard, right? It's really hard because I'm a small-time filmmaker. But as I was looking around, this new company called Film Hub down in Los Angeles, you guys' neck of the woods, came about, and they like to work with small-time filmmakers like myself. And they're like, yeah, if you submit your film, we'll take a small percentage and we'll put you wherever we can on video on demand. So right as I thought all hope was lost, bam, this popped up and I got distributed on Amazon Prime. I was like, ah, it was awesome. It was like, wow, I couldn't believe it, you know? And yeah, it was like it was meant to be. Yeah, anyways.
And Johnny, what are your next projects coming up, or what are your next steps for you in the industry?
Right. So my next steps for this whole process is that I enjoy making this film. It was like the Navy SEAL training program of filmmaking, right? I mean, if you really want to see if you're a filmmaker or not, give it a shot, right? And I think it's great. I have a lot more to learn. But what I really want to do is be an actor. I really want to make life easier for directors, producers, and studios out there. I would love to pursue continue my career as an actor, so that way I can learn more about filmmaking down the line, make more films. I have 60 more concepts for films I'd like to make one day, and down the line I like to do that again, but right now just want to focus on acting.
Very cool. What advice would you give to other first-time filmmakers?
I got it. Okay, I can choose so many different things. Okay, make a film. Don't make a short film, make a film. Seriously, like everyone wants to go to film school. No one wants to make a feature film, right? So make a film, get off your butt and get it done. If a guy like me read a bunch of books can do it, and you probably have a degree or you made a whole bunch, you can definitely make a feature film. Have the courage to do it. Most people just don't have the courage. I just went for it. I said, F it, I'm gonna get it done. Have good leadership. You gotta have good leadership. If it's your project, you gotta get people to care about your project. You gotta get people passionate and excited about working with you, because more likely you're not gonna have the money to pay them. More likely you'll just feed them like I did. And you wanna lead the ship. You wanna get it done. You want to make sure the film gets done and you guide them all the way. And I would say one of the most important things that I learned through this whole process is to be appreciative and humble of the people that are willing to help you. Like, people let me use their house for their sets, and the thing, I couldn't pay them for it, you know, and I would just Swiffer their floors. I Swiffered all their floors. And anyone that helped me, I thanked, and I did whatever I could do to help them out. So be appreciative of the people and family and friends. It'll take a village to get it done that help you. Have the courage to make a film and have good leadership skills. Those three things I would say you need to make your own feature film.
And Johnny, where can we find your film again, and where can we find you on social media?
Sweet. Okay. So if you have a Prime membership on Amazon Prime, Google it, search it. It pops right up, Forever Fighter. You can find me, Johnny Rayne, Johnny Andy Rayne, on Facebook, Instagram. If you just type in Forever Fighter on Google, I'm the only movie titled Forever Fighter. There's another one called The Forever Fighter, but you can find me by just searching Google Forever Fighter. It pops up on Amazon Prime. For $2, you can rent it. If you don't have a membership, for $5, you can own it. If you have a Prime membership, it's free. So Amazon Prime, search Forever Fighter, or speak into your remote and say Forever Fighter, I'll pop right up.
All right. I can't wait to watch on Amazon Prime later. Thank you so much for taking your time to tell us your very inspirational story and movie.
Thanks, Steve. You're awesome, man. Thank you, Jackie. Thanks, guys, for having me. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Johnny. Thank you. That was great.